Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yehlial in this incarnation. So today I'm going to talk about how I think we can undress our heart in order to communicate things from love. And of course, this is not always easy. Sometimes it is. For example, when we are with our partner or a family member, and we are okay in that relationship, and we say I love you. Maybe we are undressing our heart without barriers, and that's easy for us. It's something simply to say. But there's many other times that we have to communicate things, and in order to free ourselves and in order to not get sick, because every time when we are shutting up, when we are not saying things that that are important to us to express, we can generate even things in our body. Everything we are not saying could transform in a symptom. So I am saying this because I think we have to ask ourselves questions in order to know if we are communicating from love. This is very important because we have to take responsibility when we are saying things, even if we are saying things in order to free ourselves. And I'm saying this because maybe we can communicate something to someone, and instead of expressing our feelings, instead of trying to handle that situation, we are uncovering our victim behavior. I mean, maybe we are thinking we are undressing our heart, but we are saying, oh, you caused me so much pain, so much damage with that. And I said this in the video of manipulation. So the best way to approach, it's always, if you really want to free ourselves, it's from the co-creator, it's from the responsibility. So I think the questions we have to do to ourselves is, am I saying this because I want to get something of the other person? Am I communicating this because I'm trying that person do something, or I am trying to cause any feeling to that person? Because if the answer is yes, we are not communicating from love, we are operating from our ego. This is very important because the lack of expectation should be present when we are communicating from love. And the lack of expectation, I'm not saying, I mean, if I'm communicating something very hard for me, or something that my partner did that caused me pain, and my partner doesn't care, I'm not saying we have to accept that, but we have to communicate without expectation of what he can do or she can do, in order to only be present. And because I am saying that just to solve the conflict. Of course, I'm not saying we have to tolerate things that are not reciprocated or things like that. I'm only focusing right now in the better way we can approach someone when we have to say something that it's maybe it's difficult, because undress the heart, it's not always saying good things or what we can see like good from our human perception. undress our heart many times has to do with saying uncomfortable truths. So it's very important to ask ourselves if we are saying that, because, for example, if I have to, I want to write a message to an ex, I have to think really well if I am doing that because I want to catch them or reconnect. Let's suppose that the relationship is really dead, and maybe I could be writing to him or her just to catch them again, or because I'm looking for validation, and that's not undress our heart. But maybe the relationship is dead, but I'm writing that message because it's really important to me to say things that were God. We have to recognize if we have an emotion that it's not flowing, we're gonna feel it in our body, actually, in some part of our body. So if we are doing that because it's important to express, then we are communicating from love. But if we are doing that looking for validation or trying to cause them something, I'm doing that from my ego, and that's egoistical. Of course, many times we don't realize it, we make unconscious moves, and we have to forgive us for that, of course, and keep going and learning about that. It happened to everyone, I think, and many times we are not conscious, we are not aware of the way we are speaking, the way we are reacting to something, and it's our wounds what are provoking us to say words we don't want to say, or we are not saying from responsibility. So it's okay, it happens, but this is a practice like everything else. So the most important part is ask questions and to breathe before we are saying something from reaction. That is a practice, actually. That's why being present, being in the here and now, it's such an important thing, because we can stop our reaction if we are not present. It's impossible. We're going to react, and that's all. To stop a reaction in the present moment, we have to be there. So this is an actual practice. And of course, it's important to always communicate the truth as possible as we can, because as much as we can, because it is gonna be asked for ourselves in this process to be authentic, to be ourselves, to communicate whatever we are, in spite of many people don't like what we have to say. But when we are that doesn't mean we have to communicate it aggressively, because if I am communicating that way, I'm again coming back to my ego. I can be authentic, and I can be firmly with a conviction too. And with conviction, I'm not talking about an idea that I cannot move at all, because I think we have to stay with our truths, but always open to receive new information, because if we don't, it becomes a fanatism. But maybe we reached out inner truth, and it's okay to express them, and it's okay to be them, and it's okay, and we have actually to express those things. This will be a very big part of this process, and sometimes it's not easy at all to be the truth, to be what we are. And sometimes it's not easy to undress our heart. It's not easy to express our emotions. It's not easy to be what we are, because we depend so much. We are depending so much on society, on the groups, on the people validates us. That's a programmation, and we have to free ourselves from that programmation too. And that doesn't mean that other people. I mean, if I'm expressing, I'm undressing my heart, and I'm expressing truth, and that people, I mean, couldn't accept that. That doesn't mean I will be alone forever. That means that I'm choosing to be what I am, and if that people can stand that, so I'm letting that new things enter in my life. So thank you, everybody. I'm ending the video here. Goodbye. Ciao, ciao.